Yo, yes sir, man. We live and we back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose, here today bringing you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But real quick, man, apologies for Wednesday night. Didn't get the starting five in. I had got caught in a bartending event at work and it went all night, man. So of course that translated over to Thursday morning. Me having to get to my other job at 5 a.m. Wasn't able to get the video out for y'all Thursday morning, so my apologies once again. But it was a three-gamer. I figured if it was any night I could miss, it was that one. But we back on and popping, man. Let's get to this Friday 9-game slate. See if we can start the weekend off right. Get to some little winnings and a little cash in today on Friday's 9-game slate. All right. So coming in at the point guard, the guy I want to look to. I want to look at Devontae Graham down here, man. 4,900 for the New Orleans Pelicans. Listen, hasn't been having a stellar year, but if you look at him, man, 4,900. You're talking about a guy who's playing 30+ minutes. He just has been struggling offensively. And let's open him up here and get into his game log, all right? So you go to his last 10 game line. This is what has me interested. The price for one, the minutes is locked in. As you can see, 30 minutes in the last 5 contests. But these last 2 is what got me excited about this play. He played 38 minutes against the Denver Nuggets and 34 minutes against the Houston Rockets. So coming to this game with the Detroit Pistons, a game that the Pelicans should be favored to win in. They should be able to handle this game against the Detroit Pistons team who is not that good. But the thing I like about Devontae Graham besides his price, if you look at him right here, field goal attempts the last 2 games, 13, right? But the threes is what I'm looking at. Double-digit three-point attempts in the last 2 games. It look like he's trying to be more aggressive, more assertive on the offensive end for this Pelican team. And we're talking about a guy who's a very solid shooter. Struggling right here these past couple of games, but he's a very solid shooter just going back to his last couple years in the NBA. He's going to have a good shooting night. All he has to do is shoot a little better to really crush this 4,900 price tag. He averaging right at 27 DK points on the year, so he's already pushing 6x at his salary just getting the average, man. Those type guys like to take advantage of, especially in these type matchups against the Detroit Pistons. I like Devontae Graham right here in this spot. Coming in at my shooting guard, I think we can look at the guy, my boy in Cleveland, Darius Garland, man, 7,300. I like this price on him right here. He has been very solid since Colin Sexton has been out of the lineup. Now, them getting all the way healthy, Mobley coming back, and all the bigs coming back is taking a little away from him. But Garland's been very solid. The primary ball handler for this organization over here in the Cleveland Cavaliers at 7,300. Listen, I think he can really crush his price tag. We've seen him have 50-point upside. Going against a matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves, no real defense to worry about over there. I like getting the Darius Garland right here in this spot. Right? Coming in at small forward, I can think we can go right back to the boy, Kelly Oubre Jr. Now, I'm hoping here, I know he's going to come in at a little lower ownership. All those Hornets guys are still out due to health and safety protocols. I'm hoping this price tag right here makes the public a little hesitant and keeps the ownership down at him because they're not used to seeing Kelly Oubre at 7,800. But he's another guy. We get into it again and look at this game log here. He has been playing. I think he's well deserving of this price given the situation over here in Charlotte. If you look at the last couple of games, man, just look at the last 3. He's averaging 40 minutes a game. Look at the shot attempts, man. He's averaging 20 shot attempts a game, double-digit three-point attempts a game. Listen, if everybody's healthy, 78 is way 200. But the current situation, man, I think 7,800 is a solid price for Kelly Oubre Jr. Like I said, I'm hoping this price keeps the ownership down on him, but I have no problem going to Kelly Oubre Jr. He stepped into the starting role, and he stepped into, in his mind, the superstar role. He's averaging more shots than Hayward and Bridges. He's shooting the most right now on this Charlotte Hornets team. I like getting Kelly Oubre at 7,800. All right, gives you a little bit in the way of peripherals. You see steals, a few steals here, a couple of assists and rebounds. I just think Kelly Oubre is a very solid player at 7,800, especially in this matchup with the Sacramento Kings, man. Coming in at my power forward, a guy I think who's rounding back into form, who's going overlooked. That's Jeremy Grant, man, at 7,400. he's been getting back to his old self, how he was looking at the beginning of last year. And if you've been playing daily fantasy football for a while, beginning of last year, Jeremy Grant was like a lock and load button, man. He was almost 40 points every night guaranteed for like the first couple weeks of last year's season. It looks like he's trying to round back into form, and at 7,400 going against these Pelicans, I definitely want to take a shot on him right here. Jeremy Grant, he's a guy who can give you a little bit of everything. He's mainly scoring, but he throws in a few peripherals, a few assists, a few rebounds there. He can get some steals and blocks as well, man. I like Jeremy Grant right here. Hopefully he has his offensive going tonight and he can give us a big performance to pay off this 7,400 price tag. And coming in at center, it's gonna be a couple of guys that everybody's looking to. Some Chris Boucher, things of that nature. But the guy I want to look at right here in this spot is my boy Tristan Thompson for the Sacramento Kings, going against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, we know Richaun Holmes is out for at least the next 2 games. All right, I'm looking at Tristan Thompson right here. Saw him get 20 minutes last time out. I'm expecting him to be the starter. It could easily be Alex Len. And if Alex Len starts, I have no problem going to him. All right, I'm going to play the starting and the ownership game with these two. But I expect Tristan Thompson to get the start at 3,500 against a Charlotte Hornet team who definitely gives it up to bigs down low. Tristan Thompson can easily have a monster double-double in this spot. He can have you by 12 points and by 15 boards and absolutely crush his 3,500 price tag. He's probably going to be a little chalky, but there are other options like Chris Boucher at the center. Like I said, Lynn could get the start, but I think Tristan Thompson gets the start, and if he does, that's where I want to go, especially at 3,500. So there you have it, my starting 5 for DraftKings: Devontae Graham, Darius Garland, Kelly Oubre Jr., Jeremy Grant, and Tristan Thompson. All right, get you some exposure to these guys, get them in your player pool. I'm gonna have them in mind. All right, let's go take a look at FanDuel. And while you're here, man, hit that like button, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, what you waiting on, man? Let's get to it. All right. Coming in on FanDuel, all right, at the point guard, I want to look at Cade Cunningham. I love this 7K price tag on him, going against these New Orleans Pelicans. Like I said, this game should be back and forth, up and down. Cade Cunningham does a little bit of everything. What you really want is his shot to be falling. If his shot is falling, we've seen him have 50-plus point upside. At this 7K, that could be vital on FanDuel. I like getting Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coming in at my shooting guard, you see him, man. I'm staying with Kelly Oubre. $400 discount over here on FanDuel. I just think he's a great play, man. And I'm hoping he goes overlooking this matchup on a 9-game slate. Coming in at small 4, I want to look at Brandon Ingram over here on FanDuel. I like this price at $7,700. He's definitely been asserting himself the last couple of games, man. He has 50-point plus ceiling. I like Brandon Ingram in this matchup as the main superstar for the Pelicans. No Zion. He can get every shot he wants to, man. Get you some Brandon Ingram right here at 7,700. Coming in at the power forward, I want to look at Christian Wood. 8,200 going against the Milwaukee Bucks. Another guy on FanDuel I just want to try to take advantage of the price on, man. I know with the Houston Rockets you always got to worry about blowouts, but you can't predict those type of things. And you can guarantee if the Houston somehow stays in this game for 3 quarters or even to the end, you can bet your bottom dollar Christian Wood has something to do with it. There's no way to end this game and Christian Wood has a bad game. You know what I mean? So I like getting to him at the 8,200 price tag going against the Bucks here. And coming in at my center, staying with Tristan Thompson, 4,800 over here. Just told you, man, I'm expecting him to get the start. I'm expecting him to have a big double-double here going against the Charlotte Hornets. A fast-paced matchup. Should be a lot of shots, a lot of rebound opportunities for Tristan Thompson. I like him in this spot right here. There you have it, my starting 5 for FanDuel: Cade Cunningham, Kelly Oubre Jr., Brandon Ingram, Christian Wood, and Tristan Thompson, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool. They're going to be in mind, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.